Barlow Creations, Crafting on a Budget. It is almost Christmas time. We're at the beginning of November, and during the month of Christmas, Allie gets two very special visitors from the North Pole, her elf on the shelves, Evie and Elfie. They go on so many adventures together daily during the month of December. And so over the next month and a half, I thought it would be fun to bring you some elf on the shelf DIYs to help with Evie and Elfie's stay while they come and visit Allie a little bit easier during their adventures here with Allie in December. If you are one who has an elf on the shelf that comes and visits you during the month of December, you are gonna wanna stay tuned for this series, because I tell you, this series is gonna make life so much more comfortable when your elf comes to visit you. Today's video, I am gonna be showing you how to make a bed for those nights when your elf on the shelf is just too tired to fly back to the North Pole and they need a bed to sleep in. You'll have one all ready for your elf, and I think Allie's elves are gonna love this one. So let's get to it and let me show you what Dollar Tree items I'm using to make these elf on the shelf DIYs. For this elf bed, I'll be using one of Dollar Tree's trifold display boards, some spray adhesive, some cotton balls, and this fabric that I picked up at Walmart for $2.97 a yard. Starting this project off, I'm gonna take the trifold display board that I picked up from the Dollar Tree, and I'm gonna cut a piece in the measurements of 12.5 by 9.5. For the head of the bed, I'm gonna cut two more pieces in the measurements of 5 inches by 5.5 inches. And for the foot of the bed, I'm gonna cut two additional pieces in the measurements of 5 inches by 4 inches. Taking the two footboard pieces that are in the measurements of 5 by 4, I'm gonna take and cover the white side of this cardboard with my fabric. I've cut my fabric just about an inch bigger than the cardboard itself, and taking my spray adhesive, I'm gonna spray the back side of my fabric. If you don't wanna use spray adhesive and you just wanna use hot glue, you can do that as well. I've sprayed my fabric with the adhesive. Just helps to adhere the fabric onto the cardboard a bit snugger and tighter. I'm gonna take and taper in my edges at each corner so I have nice, neat corners. So that's the back, and this is the front of our footboard. I'm gonna take and do the same thing to this second footboard. And there we have our two footboard pieces covered with fabric. I'm gonna take and hot glue these together. Now taking the headboard pieces, I'm gonna repeat that process with these as well. And there we've got our headboard and our footboard. Now taking the cardboard piece that measures out at 12.5 by 9.5 inches, I'm gonna take my ruler and my scoring pen. If you don't have a scoring pen, remember you can always use the cap to a regular pen. It will work just as well. And I'm gonna score this cardboard at 1/2 inch, at 1.5 inches, at 6.5 inches, and lastly at 7.5 inches. I'm gonna take and fold in our scoring lines. And that is going to leave us with this, which is the bed for our elf. I'm gonna take this 1/2 inch piece here, place my hot glue there, giving us this box for the mattress. Now taking the headboard and the footboard on the 5-inch side, I'm gonna rotate it, and from the bottom edge, I'm gonna measure up 1.5 inches. I've got my two lines here, so I know exactly where to glue the box for the mattress. Now taking the box on the open edge here, I'm gonna place some hot glue. And look what we have so far. Now I'm gonna cover the mattress. I've taken my fabric and I've cut a piece that will fit right over the box of the mattress. I've folded in my edges and ironed them just so I have neat edges here. And I'm gonna take and just flip this bed over and hot glue it to the bottom of the bed. Now taking this adorable coordinating fabric, I've just rough cut a piece like I always do. I don't ever measure. I've ironed in my edges and I've cut a piece to make a quilt for this bed. And it's something that I can just set over the top here to make this bed even more stinking cute than it already is. This hot cocoa Christmas fabric is so stinking cute. It's probably one of my favorite Christmas fabric lines that Walmart has ever come out with. Now our elf needs a pillow. And again, for the pillow, I have rough cut a piece of fabric that I can fold in half that will fit on the bed. And so I'm gonna take and I am going to hot glue 3 of the edges. This last open edge here, I'm gonna take and just hot glue it halfway across. Now taking my cotton balls, I'm gonna stuff this pillow. I am happy with how full it is, so I'm gonna go ahead and hot glue this opening closed. And yes, this fabric is uneven, but I am gonna take my peeking shears and I am going to make it cute. And would you just look at how stinking cute that is? And then you just add it to the bed. And boy, oh boy, is your elf gonna love visiting you this year. And how much did this cost me? It cost me the price of a trifold display board that I picked up from the Dollar Tree that I didn't even use half of. I have 3/4 of that trifold display board left to do more elf on the shelf projects, a bag of cotton, and some fabric. And if I'm being honest, this fabric I had left over from 2 years ago. That's why I'm using it. You can use a fat quarter and pay 97 cents for your fat quarter. You have just made your elf a nice cozy bed for $2, maybe $3. Well, everybody, that's all I have for you for today for this DIY elf on the shelf bed using Dollar Tree items. It doesn't get any more budget friendly than this. And I think that Allie's little elves, Evie and Elfie, are gonna enjoy this bed when they come to visit her here in December. Please give this video a thumbs up, and if you're interested in more Elf on the Shelf DIYs, leave in the comments below, and if you have any suggestions, I'd love to hear them. If you're new to my channel, stick around a while by clicking that red button for more crafting on a budget, more everything on a budget videos to come. And if you click it again when the bell appears, YouTube will notify you when I'm uploading a new video. You can also follow me on Facebook, Pinterest, Instagram, and Google+. You can find those links in the description box below. Just click on those links, click follow, and you'll also be notified through social media when I'm uploading a new video or just doing something fun. You can also find my P.O. box in the description box below as well if you're interested in sending me mail and watching me open it up in a video. And don't forget, if I've inspired you to make one of my projects, snap a quick picture, send it to me on Facebook or Instagram because I love seeing all of your creations and I can feature them in an upcoming video. Until next time, everybody, I hope you have a fantastic day. Happy crafting on a budget, and bye for now.